if you can follow our route, you're guaranteed an unforgettable vacation.
Oh yeah.
We literally explored every historical corner of Bar and dared to do things not every tourist is willing to try.
A challenge to yourself.
Watch until the end to have a good laugh, find out how many calories we burned, and see if it was worth it. Let's begin our exploration of Bar by meeting its longest living resident.
Did you know that Bar is the olive capital? There are more than 100,000 olive trees here.
And now we are at the oldest olive tree in Montenegro and possibly in the entire world.
It's over 2,240 years old.
Just think about it.
From here you can see our next destination. Before you enter the fortress, you are met by shops with handcrafted souvenirs, restaurants with delicious food, and of course the Old Bar special, pomegranate beer. Made with local ingredients by local families, this beer recipe has been passed down through generations. Must try. At the entrance, you're greeted by something that resembles a torture device. But what is it really? Share your guesses, and we'll reveal the answer after our walk through Old Bar.
Show the tickets. They are really expensive, so I think they are expensive.
Pala.
Right after the entrance, walk into the closest building where you will find relics of everyday life from centuries ago. Imagine this, a family meal, thousands of years ago, served in the very pots you're looking at now. Next is the citadel. Perched high above the town, it served as the final line of defense. In the past, soldiers stood guard here, their eyes scanning the horizon for the enemy. Today, instead of arrows and smoke, you're greeted with a breathtaking view that stretches as far as the eye can see. A perfect reward for making it to the top.
Oh yeah.
The Old Town Bar has the status of an open-air museum.
But instead of "do not touch" signs, you're invited to dive right in. Near the citadel is located a 17-arched aqueduct. Built by the Ottomans, this structure carried fresh water from the mountains to the city. But there is something even more impressive in the old town. Here is the clock tower, which still stands after a devastating fire, explosions, and 3 major earthquakes. Next, you'll see the remains of St. George Cathedral, built in the 12th century. In the 17th century, the Ottomans converted it into a mosque, but in the 19th century, it was used to store explosives, and one night, the mosque was struck by lightning and blown to pieces. Old Town Bar is a place where every stone has a story to tell, and every corner hides a piece of the past waiting to be discovered. But our journey is far from over. Now, let's move from the ancient to the modern and visit a place that represents the spiritual heart of Bar. But first, did you guess what the device is? It's not made for torture. It's actually used for making olive oil. Built in 2016, it's a relatively new addition to Bar, but its roots run deep. The church is named after the first Serbian king and martyr, Saint Jovan Vladimir. The church is not only impressive from the outside, the interior is a masterpiece in itself with every detail crafted to inspire awe. The high ceilings are adorned with vivid frescoes that tell the stories of saints and martyrs, their eyes seeming to watch over you as you move through the space. Here's something fascinating. The church's dome is said to symbolize the connection between heaven and earth. Locals say that when you stand beneath it, you can feel a sense of peace and connection. A 5-minute walk from the church takes you to the bar promenade.
The new city bar is located on flat terrain and the city is very large, making it excellent for walks.
Here, you can not only stroll, sunbathe, and swim, but also often enjoy the sight of cruise ships arriving at the port. If you get hungry, you can find fresh seafood here, but we decided to have lunch at a special place. Welcome to Soho Restaurant, where the main treat is pizza made right before your eyes. Here, you'll find traditional flavors like capricciosa, margherita, and pepperoni, as well as unique options like khachapuri, pear with prosciutto, and shrimp with orange. Notice the phoenix on the logo. That's no coincidence. In 2023, the restaurant experienced a fire. Thankfully, it literally rose from the ashes and continues to delight visitors with delicious food to this day. And now it's time for Bar's main highlight. Here, there's something no other coastal town can offer.
If you are planning your trip to Rumija, choose either a crossover or a Jeep, because a regular car definitely won't make it here. The bravest start their journey on Rumija from the old town of Bar,
Or you can drive to the Sergei Radonezh Monastery, and from there it's about a 2.5-hour trip. Are you ready?
When climbing Mount Rumija, there are 3 main dangers to consider. 1. Sunburn. To protect yourself from the sun, be sure to use sunscreen with a high SPF and reapply it throughout the hike. Also, wear a hat. 2. Dehydration. Bring enough water with you. It's better to have extra water than to run out during the hike. 3. Wildlife, particularly snakes. To avoid encountering them, take a stick at the beginning of the trail. It will assist you during the climb and allow you to tap the ground ahead to scare away snakes.
Woohoo! What are my thoughts? Well, I'd say it's easier than I expected. It's not really hard to climb up here. Why do I love hiking Rumija? Beautiful views, great workout. Rumija is the ultimate coastal challenge, testing endurance and strength. We'll make it to the top. Yes! 3/4 done. There's just nothing left. But for now, we'll rest. Let's go there.
Look how beautiful it is. What a color of the water.
Mount Rumija serves as a natural barrier between Lake Skadar and the Adriatic Sea.
Yes, this is Lake Skadar, one part of Albania.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about
How hard you can get hit.
and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
A challenge to yourself.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth.
Take a look. Just take a look.
But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you.
Almost there.
You're better than that.
Keep moving. Don't give up.
No matter what.
From here, you can clearly see Ada Bojana. We were filming a video about the beautiful beaches and the famous Velika Plaza. Oh. Almost there. Yeah!
1,713 calories burned.
2 hours, 45 minutes, including long breaks and filming. We did great. It's tough, but it's worth it.
Hodam evo već godinu dana, pratim vjetar gust, skupo sam, mirise izvara, a iznutra pusto.
The ascent took us 2 hours and 40 minutes, including filming and stops. The descent took an hour and a half, but that doesn't mean it was easier. It was very difficult. Now we will show you another interesting place located near the monastery.
This hidden gem is known for its unique carvings of saints on the rocks. By summer, the water nearly dries up, revealing the frescoes in more detail. In spring, from March to May, the water flows beautifully, and you can relax on benches in the shade of the trees while taking in the view. After such an adventure, we really need fuel to keep going, and this time we want to eat at the best, in our opinion, Ćevapi restaurant in Bar. Ćevapi is a grilled dish of minced meat. Here they serve only pure beef and it's absolutely delicious. After restoring our strength, we are ready for the next adventure.